Let's get this 3x3 puzzle started. I'm already in SketchUp. I'm going to hit Create New. Then I'm going to go up to the menu. I'm going to hit App Settings. And I am going to make sure that this is in decimal inches. I'm going to close that. And I'm going to hit File New again just to make sure. I've seen times where I switch the units, but the actual file I'm in doesn't switch. So there you go. When I go File New, then I'm sure it's in decimal inches now. I am going to get rid of this guy. Click on him and hit Delete. And then I am going to use my scroll wheel to zoom in because what we're going to make is pretty small. Now it's time to start with my initial rectangle. I'm going to click on the rectangle tool and I'm going to make a rectangle. Now I've let go of my mouse. Okay, I click, drag, and let go. Then I'm going to type 0.75, comma 0.75. Those are the dimensions of the rectangle that will now turn into a square. And there it is. It's 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more and then slide my screen over a little bit. Now it's time to turn this thing into a cube. So there it is, waiting to be turned into a cube. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to move upward to make a cube. Now I want this exactly 0.75 tall. So I've let go of my mouse. I clicked, I drug up, I let go of my mouse again. I type in 0.75 or 3/4 of an inch and hit enter. There it is, a 3/4 by 3/4 by 3/4 cube. I'm going to go over to my arrow tool. Okay. Actually, I'm going to rotate this over. I'm going to use the screen rotation to give you a better look at it. There it is. Now I'm going to go to my arrow tool. I'm going to drag over the whole thing. Make sure it's all selected. It's blue everywhere. I'm going to right click on it and hit Make Group. And now that cube, if I go to the Move tool, is going to move as one unit. Now, if I remember right, I made my puzzle out of 27 cubes. Now I can just copy this thing 27 times and then drag all the pieces together. But what I like to do, seems to work a little bit better for me, is I hit Control C. So with this whole cube selected, so in case your cube isn't selected anymore, I'm going to go back and make sure it's all selected. I'm going to hit Control C for copy. Yes, you can right click and copy paste, that sort of thing up here with these tools, but I find the keyboard shortcuts way faster. So Control C, and then I hit Control V, the key right next to the C, and there it is. I have another cube, and I'm going to place it right next to my existing cube because my puzzle had two squares or two cubes linked together right there. And then I'm going to do it again because I'm going to design a piece that looks like that. That was one of my pieces. Now that I have that built, I'm going to go back to my friend the arrow tool again, and I'm going to highlight the whole thing. And guess what? I'm going to use that group tool again. I'm going to right click on it and hit Make Group. Now what it did is it took all those cubes and put them together. And now I can move it as, oh, got to use the Move tool. I can move it as one big thing. Pretty cool. So that is how you go from a square to a cube to a puzzle piece. And then you can continue on and make all the rest of your puzzle pieces.